Hello, it's me, Reza Gaming. We're back with some more Oxygen Not Included. Hope you're doing well today. Thank you very much for the follow, LividBird920. Enjoy your fishy and froggy emotes. We've got to get this algae out of this tank. I'm going to clean this tank this weekend. It's harmless for the fish, and there's like there's enough stuff going on in there that it's not getting in the way of the plants at the moment. But I do need to actually keep on top of it because it's just getting everywhere. But I hope you're all doing well. We're continuing Oxygen Not Included today because I'm kind of on a roll, and we will go back to Surviving Mars next week. They have updated it, so they fixed politics apparently, and we'll have a look at that next week. But for now, we're kind of in the middle of doing some Jawbos stuff, so that's kind of what I want to do at the moment. We've got a Jawbo in here, he's happy, that's a good thing. We have got the feeder up here. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to get some Pacu fillets in there. We are cooling down these tiles with the thermoregulator. At present, the hydrogen does seem cold enough. The conductivity we have with this area is a little bit limited. I must admit, it would be very nice to actually fit in an extra conductive tile here. We could probably get away with doing that. Obviously, if I try and do that now, it's going to conduct with stuff. But maybe I could remove this tile and then replace this tile, and then we can tweak the pipe. That might help a little bit. I think long term, the plan is going to be to actually use a nectar aquatuner with this. Let's try and sort this out first. The Pacu in here are also very happy. They're making happy noises. Fish are going well. We actually have a Jawbo egg. That's kind of funny. I would do that, but we've actually got a 7 athletics dupe here. We are trying to print more dupes. I think we have enough room in this colony for as many dupes as we want, so let's just keep printing them. I'm sure this is going to go great. A lot of these dupes are still new, so I am going to keep skilling them up. I promise the entire game is not going to be spent in the skill menu, but we'll spend a little bit of time there. I don't know what you're going to do specifically. Probably just supplying tasks. And then... that was the wrong menu. Let's see. Schedule. We need you to go here.
Killer
there you go.
Fish.
Hello, Ooglavisk.
Killer fish from San Diego. I don't know what I am, but I taste really good. I'm a killer fish. Hello. I'll be your killer fish for the evening. Thank you.
I muted my mic while I was coughing. Thank you. I'm doing well, Ooglavisk. It's a little bit laggy, but that's okay. So things we've got to do. We got to get some active cooling going on because our smoke is getting very hot. Frankly, everyone is sweaty, and that means they're spending a lot of time going back and forth to the water cooler. We are kind of running out of regular water to pump into this thing. So I think we do just need an actual active cooling loop. And where am I going to put that? I don't really know. I want to put it somewhere where it's out of the way. In reality, I might just put it down here, you know. There's room for a steam turbine here. But do I want it in the bit where I'm venting the oxygen? Probably not. So we'll put some of that in. What I want to do first, though, before we do that, we've got a carbon dioxide rocket here that we're actually trying to launch. I think we're getting pretty close to having everything in here. We need to deliver algae to this. Sweep only, allow manual use, algae. And then we'll dump a load of algae in here, and then we can put it in the oxygen diffuser. We still need a few technologies. We need the rocket power fitting. We need the wall toilet. We're going to go and collect the materials. What we did learn in the last run is even though the resources are free and in space, it will take time to harvest them. So we do actually need to bring plenty of food and oxygen and have bathroom facilities. It's not just literally grab 10 tons and head back home. But we'll get that done. We'll get that done. What are people up to today? Do you have any plans for the weekend? I have a Christmas party at the weekend that I need to plan for, so there probably won't be an extra YouTube video this week. Unfortunately, maybe I'll make another short one. I might have time for a short one, but we'll see. Send multiple cargo rockets. We could send multiple rockets, actually. Now that you mention it. I can just stack the platforms. I'm not used to doing that, but theoretically, there's nothing stopping us. How about we do one for each of them? I don't mind heating this up. And then, I don't know, maybe like just ladder here. I don't know. Yes, that's a good idea. We don't do that very often. Let's have 3 rockets, 1 for each debris field. And then probably just something like this. Yeah, that seems fine. The save rocks. Yeah, it's going pretty well. I mean, obviously, it's not perfect. Some of the pipes are a bit messy. It's all stuff we can fix. I'm not really in any hurry to leave, I'll tell you that much. I want to investigate a few things here. And frankly, I want to investigate stuff that I was going to investigate in Sandbox Showcase, but we haven't done yet because of the mod. That means we're going to make a proper resin boiler at some point. We're obviously going to get Dartles and Rexes completely sorted out. Stuff like that. You are in the wrong place. I think you need to get relocated here. We yellow alert this? I think you might actually just have to get... How did you even get dumped in here? We're gonna have to get this sorted out first. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how things are going. Thimble reeds is something we'll definitely do today. We actually did print a thimble reed seed. And in fact, I should probably just sort that out sooner rather than later. We have a load of heat generators in here. What we could do is... We're not going to need a huge amount of farms. How about we just stick them here? Because we've got all the polluted water pipes. And then what we can do is we just put 5 in each. That's going to consume like half a polluted water vent's worth. I could probably do more than that if I felt like it, but I don't really feel like it. So we want this to be straight from the geyser, so let's actually... I think what I'll do is I'll make sure that we prefer to send it to the metal refinery, but if we have excess, then it goes to the plants. I think this just makes sense, and then this will give us a load of reed fiber production, and then... we don't have to worry so much. The Dreco is mostly just for the phosphorite production. That's actually fine. I don't think we actually want glossy Dreco eggs at all. So if we look at the egg chances, these increase when it eats mealwood. We don't actually want these at all. Do I want to keep one just hanging around? I don't think so, because we have plastic production out the ass already with the Lura plant. So we're going to get more once we do the resin boiler. Because that'll let us get the resin out of the amber more efficiently, mass-wise. So you know what? I think we're going to do something unthinkable. I think we're going to crack glossy Dreco eggs and use them to make omelets. Do I want an egg cracker for that, or do I just want to dump them in a bit? I don't think I think I'm just going to use the egg cracker because we're not going to be mass-producing glossy Dreco eggs. They're going to be very occasional. But if we do that, then that means we can make omelets, and that also means we can make souffle pancakes. Souffle pancakes is probably what we're going to actually use the omelette for. Looks like we've got some pepper bread. You guys really aren't eating the pepper bread? That's surprising. As far as I know, okay, we could technically make mushroom quiche with it if we really felt like it. But I don't really feel like it. Let's just make souffle pancakes. So I'm gonna... well, I can't stick this in here yet because we don't have omelets. But let's actually have a go at that. Okay, is there really no way we can actually get in here? We have the ladder here, right? Where are the other Jawbos? You know what? Let's just cancel the relocate and try again. Okay, you're eating the Pacu fillet. That's good. Okay, so the Pacu fillet is actually cold enough, so we're sending it through now. How much do I actually want to send through at a time? Probably... now let's think about this. Each Jawbo eats 1 unit per cycle, but that's actually 1,000 calories. So that's 1 kilogram per cycle. I think 100 grams per schedule block should mean that everyone gets fed at the feeder. If we have multiple fish in here. Let's keep it that way, but let's keep adding more wild fish. Right, can you actually do this? No, you can't. You're lying. So I think I'm gonna have to remove these tiles, right? Do I care about this? I don't think I do. We're at the point where we can make more steel if we really wanted. Let's actually just remove these metal tiles. Let's remove these metal tiles, and I'm just gonna make 8 lots of steel. I think this is fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need another lot of refined carbon for that, that's fine. Okie dokie. We got the Wheezeworts here to try and solve the germ problem. We'll see if that actually works. Or not. Wow, we have a lot of carbon dioxide up here now. It thinks we need more airflow. Right, who needs skills? Bert can have electrical engineering. Here you go. I think we're going to need to add more airflow tiles. Yeah, especially with the Wheezewort here. I think I probably need to put airflow tiles on every bit with a Wheezewort. That's the thing when you have so many duplicants. Yeah, let's do that. Because this one carbon skimmer is running everything. Which carbon dioxide are we actually producing? Probably not 300 grams per second. Well, maybe. I mean, we're running peak generators. Oh, yeah. I should probably have 2 of these then, right? And also, I should probably have an airflow tile here. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Let's stick another one here for now, and I'm going to put another deodorizer here. And then that wire can go there. These wires are doing great. Perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna... You know what? We're not actually using the glass forge at the moment. Should I actually just make a separate wire for this? I think I will. I'm gonna cut off the glass forge. Wait, no. We can't actually cut off the glass forge. We're just about to make a solar panel for the rocket. We're gonna make a few of those. Let's actually make, like, I don't know, like 40 lots of glass. And then we'll just, we'll just turn it off later and we'll see what we need to do to turn it on again. Glass is not a problem in this game. Like, at all. You keep dropping the Jawbo. I wonder why that is. Oh, you're probably suffocating while you've got the Jawbo. Let's just do that. You have oxygen down here. So this doesn't seem very likely. Also, they're not getting up here anytime soon. We have the masks, but I think they have too much other stuff to do. Frankly, I need reed fibers so that we can actually get in here and do more stuff. Let's actually plant the reed fiber. This room is a little bit hot, but we're going to be bringing lots of... polluted water at the right temperature in here, so I think this should be fine. Right. Is that Jawbo number 3? That is Jawbo number 3. That's good. You have a very small amount of Pacu fillet. Oh, I think we're actually out of Pacu fillet. I think that's the current issue. Oh no, we have 600 grams left. We are sending it over, that's fine. Guess I'm going to drop in the Jawbo because the suit dock is getting used. Yes. Try moving the Jawbo directly next to the dock before moving it the rest of the way. That is... Well, the thing is, the Jawbo is not accessed via the dock. So that shouldn't actually interrupt the errand. The dock is only for actually accessing all of this stuff. Also, this needs to be set to Jawbo eggs. And I don't think there's any more automation we need to do for that. Probably just this one, except not eggs. You can't reach this tile, so that's fine. But let's keep grabbing more Jawbos. There's 2 in here now, so relocate you in here. In theory, I think this will work for all of these Jawbos, and we can always reduce the amount of Pacu fillet we put in feeder and increase the frequency of drop-off to make sure that they're all eating. But they do currently all have 8 from feeder, so this is working. And that's the hardest part of Jawbo taming, is actually just metering out the Pacu fillets. And once they're tamed, you can just feed them. You can just feed them the Pacu. I mean, if we look in here, right? So eat 1 Pacu per cycle, 1,000 calories per cycle of fillet. If we look at a Pacu, each Pacu is worth 1,000 kilograms. Obviously, if they're alive and they're breeding, then we can get the fillets from the excess fish. And then that works really well for us. And eventually we will cool these down, but that's only once we've actually got a proper cooling loop. You don't think dupes can actually climb into the Jawbo area of the tank? They can, there's a ladder here. I put a ladder here specifically to make sure they can do that. But it was hidden from view, so I don't blame you for thinking that. I've been having Flydos deliver fillets from a deep freezer. It's pretty good, no rot. That's a good idea. That is a good idea. Why are you scolding? Oh, you literally walked on the glass as it got poured. Yeah, that makes sense. So hard to see the ladder with the giant Jawbos in the way. True. I think I need to priority 9 these constructions just to make sure that the mechatronics guy gets in here. Otherwise, they're just going to keep servicing the plants and never actually doing these. At least not until we get any more thimble reeds grown. This also needs to be priority 9, and I think, actually, these need to be priority 9. It's also set up so the Rexes get the tough meat delivered too, so yay, lol, that's good. I need to think a lot about that. Also, I don't think we need the blast shot maker anymore. I mean, we could make more blast shots. I don't think we necessarily need. How is the gas situation? Right. There is a lot of carbon dioxide now. I think I just need to have more airflow tiles everywhere. There's so many dupes breathing it in and out. We do have the metal. So let's go ahead and do that, and then let's go ahead and actually plug this carbon skimmer in. So I'm just not going to fart around. And I'm going to do it like this. Polluted water will just come out the other end, won't it? Yeah, that's my main regret on this save, is that we've ended up with so much spaghetti, but it is what it is. That should work. I wanted to try Flydos to transport debris vertically up a shaft now that you can restrict them with doors. Yes! That is interesting. I love how the balloon was riding the surfboard before the dupe was. And yeah, we'll just replace these with steel ones when we're ready, I think. How's this looking in here now? Do we have more fillets? No, I think that's all the fillets. So for now, let's actually manually murder these fish just to make sure we keep portioning out the fillets properly. And obviously the fillets are getting converted into rust, so I don't mind that they're eating all of the fillets. That was always the plan. Right, this clearly isn't happening. So, what's the situation with these Jawbos? Oh, you can't get here. That's fair enough. Right, so you need a ladder here, I think. Then you can do it. Food drone delivery is the future. LOL. Perhaps. Let's keep an eye on the lums again. I think the lums are all okay now. I think 30 seconds is probably the sweet spot for the dropper then. That's fine. Very glad we don't have any issues with that anymore. Right, Thimblereed's growing. I think this one needs to be priority 9 as well. Because reed fiber is going to be very useful. How's idleness doing? Idleness is doing okay. But we have lots of granite. I think we could keep graniting a lot of these tiles. Let's keep doing it. Which other ones do I want to granite? I mean, we could do these. That's fine. Oh, we've already done that one. That's okay. I don't want to do the ones involving any liquids. I'll do these ones. Now I think about it, we could granite the ladders as well. I could granite these tiles too. We still have our nosh sprout planted up here just so I don't have to worry about it. I do actually need a better research situation, but what I'm actually going to do instead of that is I'm just going to put in another manual radbolt generator. We always do Wheezeworts for rad research, and we have tons and tons of uranium. Like, I know this is not the most efficient thing to do, but damn it, I'm going to do it anyways, because it's fun. Right, so let's see. Remove this. Actually, don't remove this one. I think this means we're going to shoot a load of people as well. Oh. We're going to have to put some radbolt reflectors in. I think that's fine. Let's actually send them along the top. So that one can poke here. That one can... Shit. Okay, you know what? We're really going to go crazy. There you go, have fun. Let's see how this looks. I mean, this will at least be entertaining, right? So shoot here. And then shoot here. And then you shoot here. And then I think we'll actually want another lamp here, won't we? Yeah, let's do this. This is so stupid. But we gotta try it. This is to hook up here. We will need to go dig some more uranium. Which is the uranium I want to dig the most? There is just some uranium over here. That's fine. We do also just want to actually grab some of the ice, right? The sleep machine is also something I should definitely do. Oh my god, look how much nuclear waste we're getting in here. I keep sweeping it and moving it out. Like, surely the bees aren't actually getting in here. Or is it just not actually getting collected? We are moving it over here. This has been working. Something is generating more waste. How much nuclear waste do we actually have? Okay, you know what? I'm actually going to make a list. Right, where would I even find nuclear waste? We have 124 kilograms of solid nuclear waste. Great. Fantastic. What should we do with all the nuclear waste? Is something possibly forming fallout and then gassing itself over there? I doubt it. Yellow alert this again. Oh wait, what's the friggin' bathroom situation? No, bathroom should be fine. You made a mess. Oh. Probably whoever's trying to get the Jawbo in the hole. Yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense. Not overly kind to you. We have 4... We have 4 Jawbos in here now. We do. Okay, that's good. They all seem to be happy. But it's just taking a little while to get the Jawbo over. Gene is doing his best. There is one more down here as well. Go ahead and grab this one. For the errand times out. I think this is working well. Just sending a little bit of Pacu fillet every now and then. And we have a lot stored in here now. This room is nice and cold. Maybe the thermoregulator is actually going to be sufficient. I think it will be sufficient for cooling this, but it won't be sufficient for outright freezing the fish. Which is not ideal, because otherwise, the issue if we don't freeze the fish is that there's a big lag between getting eggs out of here and getting the meat, the food to the Jawbos. So then they're going to get really hungry. Also, I do technically need to let gas out of here, right? How am I going to solve that? Am I just going to put an airflow tile here and call it a day? Maybe just one here. Let's put it here for now. I'm not overly happy about that, but I think it should work. We got an elderly Jawbo? Really? Okay. Maybe we don't have the elderly Jawbo. Because you're probably not actually going to get wild in time to lay an egg. So we'll just eat the elderly Jawbo. We do have Jawbo fillet in the smokers, right? We do. Oh. Oh, you need cleaning. Okay, that's fine. Okay. This wire bridge is broken. You saw a Harold, so you're claiming him. Fair enough, fair enough. Wait, rebuild that bridge then. What's that going to? Oh, all this stuff. Oh, that's not good. Right, let's see. Harold. Thanks for getting Mambo number 5 stuck in my head again. No problem. Hope you're doing well. 999999999. Oh, I almost renamed him Mambo number 5. That would have been funny. There you go. Yeah, we have loads of food now. You know what that means? It means we're printing more people. Instead of actually setting up a freezer, because, you know, I'm being sensible. Right. I believe the carbon skimmer is working. It's just we've actually drained all the CO2 from this area now, so that is good. I'm hoping this means we can actually get rid of more of it. The main issue is just that it's not draining out of this chute fast enough. I think I am actually, unironically, just going to put a load of airflow tiles in. Like a load of airflow tiles. Because we're also running the peat burners. So there is probably just more carbon dioxide than usual. I'm actually going to put them along this side as well. There you go. Right, how many we got in here now? We should have 4. We have 5. Yeah. Okay, we should have 5 because we actually murdered the elderly one. And there were going to be 6. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this. We're starting to produce some rust. Obviously, we have a lot of... we have a lot of rust stored up to actually run in these things. The dash of salt mines are also currently not working because they're too hot. So we do need to actually cool the stuff I think what I need to do is I need to actually run this on a loop. So this isn't currently running on a loop. I think what I need to do is I need to tell them not to make any more phyto oil. And then I probably need to actually just make another tank. And where am I going to put it? I'm just going to put it here for now. 9, 9, 7. I need more 9s to live up to your name. You're collecting number emotes. That's hilarious. What we got? Another dupe. A flatulent dupe? Oh, why'd you have to be flatulent? You're actually pretty good. But if we make you flatulent, you can break everything. So we can't do it. Yes, that should have been another Interceptor charge. Yes, I did actually forget that time. We just added some dirt when we have 700 tons of dirt. Good job. I guess Quinn can keep having doctoring. I guess I could just get rid of this, right? I guess there's no real point in digging that out at the moment. Can we go and have a look at the rockets? I'm still not getting up here and doing this. We have the masks. Oh, you know what we do need to do? If we've got masks, we need to seal this off so they don't come up this way to build in space. Also, we are still going to get metal meteors. I do need to remember that. Does anything change because of... We don't have a rocket in flight to Demolior. The UI change. Yeah, we still have loads of metal meteor showers on here. That hasn't changed from blowing up Demolior. We did the research. Okay, that's good. So let's go ahead and build the power control fitting. Power outlet fitting. So that's going to go here. That's going to hook up to a solar panel. So I need to add a solar panel. We did actually make some glass. Now, I could add an artifact transport module. I don't think I need to at the moment. The battery is going to be on the inside. I'm just going to add another solar panel. I guess I'll actually have to make another few lots of glass in here, won't I? I think that will be enough. But let's actually do 25 just to make sure. You are getting farmed properly now. So let's actually keep planting you guys in here. How much? Okay, that's good. That's fine. These are all the right rooms. That's good. Okay. We need the wall toilet. Which is this one. Well, that's good. That's nice and quick. Let's cook... Again, I can't believe we're doing this. Let's actually just cook the glossy Draco eggs. Because we really don't want them. Now, I think it will be a little bit of a while before we get the tamed Jawbos. This is fine. How is the temperature in this room doing? Yeah, it's still pretty cold. We have a lot of cold things in here. Now the issue is these figs are technically no longer actually completely frozen because of the brine here from the wrecks. Oh, irritating. And as a reminder, the Rexes will eat tame critters. Wild critters can escape them, and elderly critters can't escape them. But once they're in a ranch with tame dartles, they will eat the dartles. Right, more skill points. There's going to be a lot of this going on. I would like to make a few more Atmos suits as well. We got the raw egg. Right, we got the raw egg. I will let you make omelets in here now. Actually, no, we'll make the souffle pancakes. Yeah, do that. Then I'm gonna priority 9 this. Let's have a look at long commutes. I'm gonna look on individual dupe schedules and see what's going on. We have a lot of storing rotten stuff going on. I don't know, I think this is fine. I think they're just doing a load of construction supply, to be honest. I think we just let them crack on with it. I think the main issue is... You know what the main issue is? I think we need a storage bin. Because what they're doing is they're delivering, like, individual segments of material in here, and then the mechatronics guy is building them. So, this is probably wasting a load of time at the moment. Oh, you need to be set to uranium as well. Oh, but don't do it like that. At least we'll be able to get the wall toilet pretty quickly. You're too hot. I think what I need to do then is I need to make these radiant pipes. And then what I probably need to do is actually just loop it back. So something like... not like that. Like this. It'll prioritize the looping. And then we'll do something similar over here. So that could go there, that could go there. Cut this off. And then that's how you loop it properly. So that'll form a little bit of a radiator with the polluted water. This is all coming in fresh from the geysers. These plants are going to consume a lot. I think this will keep it cool enough. We'll see. Nails is in an Atmos suit at last. That's good. We've still got a load of twitchy plants. I think perhaps we need more than one dupe in here. At least we've got lots of Pacu. How are you looking? I think we need to keep murdering fish. Yeah, we need to keep murdering fish. Do that, please. What I'm kind of thinking of doing as well, I'm kind of thinking of actually just filling this with salt water. And I know it's not quite going to line up properly on the material overlay. The reality is, I think we need more Pacu in here faster than we're going to get the dartles online. So let's put a vent in here. And then I'm just going to cover this in airflow tiles. And then eventually we'll just put some mesh tiles here. Yeah, the hungry lads, apparently. Once they're tame, we can focus a little bit more on other things, but I need to actually focus on taming them first. Oh, we got the wall toilet? Nice. Let's just actually go in here. So... Water pipe can go up there. I will actually just go ahead and do this as well. I'll make these igneous rock tiles. And then I think we're just going to actually copy the rocket over together. We're going to send 3 pilots up there to harvest everything at once. That sounds fun. That might be a bit of a stretch with the amount of pemmican we have. That's one issue. We didn't save... We do have some snack fruit saved. Let's turn off snack fruit. You're not allowed to eat snack fruit. Space food only. One issue with this plan is that obviously the molten debris is going to be kind of annoying. But I think we can accept that. And then, let's see, this needs to be the wall toilet. Believe it or not, I think this requires... Yeah, this is made out of plastic, so that's fine. And then, the pipe. We're going to do the old classic. So... I probably don't need to go absolutely crazy with this like we've done in the past. But maybe we will anyways. You know, there's this game on LinkedIn at the moment, where it wants you to actually draw all of your pipes in a line to go between numbers in the right order. That's what this reminds me of. It doesn't have to be perfect. But if we go on the rocket, yeah, you can't see the belt on the rocket, that's fine. Let's just fill this with... What's this made out of? Iron ore. Just fill this with iron ore. Otherwise, it's going to take you ages to build all of these. Or maybe it isn't. Maybe it's actually already queued up. Some of them are. Not all of them. I should probably also... put polluted dirt in here. Here you go. Now I think about it, I think it would be better if I put the polluted dirt in here. I think, you know what I think I'll do? Oh no, we're supposed to be doing the polluted dirt by mechatronics. Yeah, let's not bother with that. I believe it should start coming through soon. We got a tropical Pacu fillet, tropical Pacu egg in here as well. We're getting a few of those. This is looking okay. Yeah, dump salt water in here. I think I actually determined that I need to fill this up as well. Let's remove the pedestals. You've also got to hook this into here so that we can actually cycle the phyto oil, because that's kind of mandatory to actually consuming this chlorine and making it so we're not eating all the salt. That being said, we have plenty of salt in here, so it's not a super high priority, but it's something I'd like to do. Right, let's stick these tiles here. I think I'll just leave that chute in the middle, and then that'll be okay. And then I think I am just actually going to granite all of this. Oh. Oh, wait. I mean, all the iron ore is getting dumped out here, but we've been using it all. I need to change where this is going. How about here, then? Also, what have we got today? I have a bottle of Coke that I haven't quite finished. We have some gingerbread Pepsi because it was already reduced to clear at Tesco's. It's not even 14 days. Well, it's literally 14 days to Christmas now, and it's already discounted to clear. That's hilarious. Beginning to think I shouldn't be drinking this. How old is this Coke now? It's been lying on my floor. I think I'm going to leave that alone. Tastes odd. Right, let's dig this as well. I am just going to insulate all the way over here. Got time. You are just going to be set to the same setting as this, except we're going to turn off eggs. I don't think that should make a difference, but it's nice to have it for some redundancy. Glad Pacu doing well. I think the thumbnail will just be the Jawbos today. Although I don't know what I'm going to put up here. Yeah, you've got the iron ore in here now. I think we can make this a priority 5. It would be good just to collect it towards the base in general. It's not super convenient over here. I could put a ladder here. But I want to add more docks. So we'll do that fairly soon. It looks like the amber from these guys has actually been getting dropped off, so that's good. No workable order. Pipe blocked. Oh, right. You're only going to start making more plastic once you've actually filled this up. I think you've got the pipe blocked. Right, what's the situation, Wade? Phyto oil is coming down here. Have I literally plugged this into the wrong ports? I plugged this into the wrong friggin' ports, haven't I? Yeah, great. Good job. Ugh. Right. Fantastic. Well, at least that one's a pretty quick fix. What other research do we want? Let's get the desalinator. I think we're going to use that at some point. The main thing I am a little bit worried about is we're going to have to actually get some clean water for research. That won't be a huge issue. Are you actually going to produce some seeds, Mima? That would be nice. Right, let's remove this. We have a load of saltline seeds in here. Let's actually remove all of this. See how that goes. Right, now the phyto oil is moving. This should actually take some heat out of this whole situation. Not that chlorine is very conductive. I think perhaps I'm going to have to actually put a radiant pipe segment in here. And perhaps... where would I even put that radiant segment? Maybe I just put some temp shift plates in here and call it a day. How about some obsidian temp shift plates? Maybe like that, actually. That could work well. And then maybe just have it snake up here. Let's see how that goes. I mean, I think it's working already, but this one got quite a bit hotter than the other one. So that should just recirculate, and now you're actually making the amber into resin again. Which I'm fine with for now, because that's some extra sand and some extra fossil for us. I don't mind making a little bit of both of those. Let's see, which dupe do we want to print? You have decreased decor morale bonus, but you do have increased decor, so let's print Hassan. Hassan, I think, can have tidying. I'll make you a plumber. So tidying here and a little bit of the rest of these. We're up to 40 dupes. Am I really going to go all the way to 65 dupes? I don't know. We're rock crushing all the fossil. Let's see. Steve can have exosuits. That's good. Turner can have supplying too. How's radiation going? Okay, this is going pretty well. That's good. It looks like you are actually dumping or sweeping up most of this stuff. That is nice. What is this? Just a load of dirt? Yeah, you're pretty strong. That's good. When are we going to get our first tamed Jawbo, then? Oh, are you tame? You are tame, but you're not happy. Because... Why? Because you haven't ate from feeder. Is he getting outcompeted by the other fish? Is this the point where I... Let's see. How about... Okay, you know what? Let's actually make it 0.01 units of Pacu. But let's set it to, like, every 2 seconds. Let's see how that goes. So now we're going to send through lots and lots and lots of very small packets. And the issue with this is that we're going to end up with the auto sweeper working all the time. But this should mean that the feeder is constantly full. So the fish will always be eating from the feeder. But are we just going to end up with like one fish hanging out at the feeder? Let's see how this goes. Right, you have now eaten from feeder, so you're going to lay an egg every 6 cycles. That's good. Okay. We got the tropical Pacu in here. Okay. It's fine. We got more seacomb seeds. It's good. We're gradually actually planting all of these now. And I believe all the products are actually being moved around at last. So we built all the mechatronics. These are all set to seacomb leaves. So do we have a conveyor filling up with seacomb leaf? Or is it just all getting... Oh. Looks like we do have a conveyor full of seacomb leaf. Is that an issue? Really? As we add more Pacu in here, they'll eat from here more. Oh, wait. Are you just manually delivering seacomb leaves now? Oh, right. Hold on. Let's actually fill this with seacomb leaf now, because they're all tame. So now you can actually eat the amount you need. Yeah, this is probably a good idea. We no longer need to be stingy with the Pacu food. Yeah, just keep eating and keep pooping. That's my motto. Keep eating, keep pooping. The show must go on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to bin that other Coke. Yeah, I can kind of see why this has gone on clearance. The thing is, it's nicer if you're expecting it to taste like ginger beer than gingerbread. It's a bit of a marketing fail, I think. Right, what else are we doing? Are we doing any more research? Is there anything we actually need? We can get flybows. Flydos. Do I just want to make a load of flydos? We could do that. So this conveyor should be filling up now. And then the blue dirt should be going all over the place. So that should all be going in here. And then that is getting split up. That should be going down here. Yeah. That's good. You're on side Flydo. Yes! Let's get a load of Flydos, do a load of sweeping. See how that goes. Now these are running again, I'm going to convert these to steel. We do have iridium. I think we are saving the iridium for special stuff, to be honest. But yeah, let's replace these. We should be able to start making actually a fair amount of plastic. Give the uranium batteries so they decontaminate the food they carry. Wow, that's an interesting idea. Right, so you are still looking for food. Are you fresh? Have you just been added? No. Is there one that's just not been eating at all? Oh, wait. Are we out of Pacu again? Why have we got a liquid chlorine in the freezer? Okay, we did not sort the gases in here. We knew that much. I think that is a problem. Let's make sure we're not getting liquid chlorine in here. Let's set this like -30. I mean, this should evaporate again fairly soon. Once we get some more food in here. Let's keep murdering the Pacu. Kind of annoying we're having to actively murder them at the moment. This is definitely a sign we need to add more fish. To be honest, I'm pretty happy with leaving the rest of this dirt in here. It's just dirt. So, I'll tell you what. Remove this. Let's actually cancel that sweep. Put in a tile here. I will get you to remove this tile and this tile. Oh, fuck. Okay. That's fine. We'll pitch up some out, right? It's okay. And then I'm going to tell you to start removing these tiles. In fact, let's just set this to buildings. Lovely mixture of gases we got in here. I think I would actually just like to claim all of this for the fish. So let's actually put some granite here. Can I just push you guys out of here? Will you behave? I don't really want to drown a Rex. Hot water vent is actually dormant. That's not good. There is a little bit more salt water we can grab, but not a lot. I really don't want this to be polluted water, though. Right, if we priority 9, if we yellow alert this now, maybe you won't climb in here. We'll see. If we do this, this will definitely end up being enough space for all the Pacu. Can you actually get up here? No. What was the issue with that again, then? You can't go through this tile. Okay, that's fair enough. Right, you're all too hot now. We've got... I don't think this is an issue for now because we aren't actually using the phyto oil, but we have ended up with too much amber in here. These are not running. Wait. No, you've got resin. Oh, the gas pipe is blocked. Really? Yeah, it is. How interesting. I mean, yeah, the gas pressure is a little high. Do I just replace these with high pressure gas vents? I think I replaced this one with a high pressure gas vent. We do have that, don't we? Yes. Let's do that. And then we can make a load more plastic. Looks like we've already made a load more plastic. That's good. Dash assault vines need to be below 50 degrees. So I think what I need to do as well is I just need to add a couple of radiant pipes. So let's make these out of cobalt. And I think what I will do is I'll put one here. I'll put one here, and one here. Let's see how that goes. I don't necessarily need it to be conductive with the oxygen. Wait. Shit. We just broke this. Did we just break this now? Let's reload. If we broke that, that's really bad, because that means that we've got all those hundreds of kilograms of oxygen floating out there. Ooh, I really, really hope that we broke that just then, and we're not going to have to go back and examine everything. That's not good. I suspect it has, because we're just fooling around. Oh, no. Yeah, that explains why the air pressure is so high down here. Let's see. Right, so I'm gonna have to sweep this up. I'm gonna have to turn this off. What does that mean as well? Does that mean that the air going to other bits is broken? Let's set this to below 0. We will just fix this. Does this mean we're gonna get a load of stress from popped eardrums? Maybe. I'm not sure it's gonna be an actual emergency, but I do need to sort it out. Right, we need a bottle of salt water. I'm sure we have one of those around. Maybe we don't. We only need a little bit. Go ahead and grab that. Right, so relocate that here. It's because we brought something that was too hot into this room and broke the lock. Yeah. We need a bottle of regular water as well, but where am I even going to put that? You know what I could do? If I empty this, I could remove the door, and then I could put a mesh tile on top of this. And then I could shove the water on top of the mesh tile. That might be the quickest way of doing it. This one has much more oxygen in it. If this one breaches, we're in trouble. Right, this is working now. That's good. Okay, mission failed. We've sealed both the Rexes in here. And then I can just sweep up a bottle of water in here. Relocate the water here. Also, looks like we're kind of actually running out of water now for the research. I'm going to come do this. Yes. Okay, Pay, stop what you're doing right now. Empty this. Amari is going to empty that. That did work. Now I have to remove this. Put this back. Then I'm going to have to remove this tile. Sweep that up. Okay, so at least we can fix this at least somewhat quickly. Let's sweep that up. And then I can put the tile back. And then I'll know not to put really hot stuff in here again. And then I'm just going to make sure that this is hooked up to the vent only. So that's going to go straight in here. That is going to be... ideally, I wanted this to be a regular vent. I guess I'll switch it to a high-pressure vent for now. Oh, I have to have this removed while we pump the gas. Because the gas can't get through here. Okay, that's fine. Right, put this here. Then this is turned off, so let's set this to above 0. Pump all the gas out. I'll put the door back as well, in case we want to restrict access. Keep murdering Pacu. We're just going to make sure that all the Jawbos are tame. That one's tame, that's good. How's the conveyor looking? The conveyor's looking okay. Okay, this is good. So now we can start venting the room. Right, okay. It is just oxygen and a little bit of carbon dioxide in here, but that carbon dioxide should go very quickly. Yeah. So now it's just oxygen in here. This should pump pretty quickly. This is just one gas. Although there's still only one tile that can come through, I think this is still overall a good thing. Right. What else do we actually want to do at the moment? I think there's a fair bit of waiting around. I do want to go to loot, but let's actually just get the rockets built. Because you're actually doing this now, that's good. Let's queue these up. New rockets. I do want to send one to each destination, because we've never done that before. So, we're going to need a liquid cargo tank. I mean, the good thing is they're the same shape. And if we go to the star map, what do we actually want to collect? I think we want to collect the ISO sap from here, rather than the petroleum. I don't think we need petroleum for anything. So what we want is solid, solid, liquid. Well, let's add a liquid cargo tank. Looks so ugly. I guess we're really not supposed to have a liquid cargo tank and a carbon dioxide rocket, right? And then put a cone on it. And then let's put another cargo bay, and then let's put yep, solar panels, and then one of these. Okay. I'm gonna go to Lou very quickly. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Well, it looks like we built at least something. That's good. Right, what we got? What we got in here? Lime. We've got another dupe. We're taking a lot of biohazardous dupes, aren't we? That's not ideal. Let's see. Oh god, who did we even just take? Meep, you could have digging. Quantum Zari, you could have farming. Ren, you're the new dupe. Ren, you could have building. Ruby could have building. You could have building. You can... Oh, don't give you farming. Right. Priorities. Let's see. You... go on building. The miner on these other things. And then schedule-wise... goes here. I'm really glad that the list is organized in the order of when you print the dupes. Makes life a bit easier for me. Digging for Nisbet. Right, you're full of rad bolts, that's good. Okay, so... I am just going to need to make a research pool, aren't I? Is there anything I'm actually doing in here? Doing anything with this in here for... Oh, we're filling the surfboard with phyto oil. That's not good. Maybe that's not a problem. We probably should get the phyto oil out of here. Let's go ahead and do that. I think I will actually make sure that some regular water is getting dumped over here. In fact, you know what? Let's just bring this here. And then... I think what I will do is I will put a vent here. And that way it won't fill up too much, but it will fill up with at least some water. And then we can remove this. So you know what, actually cancel that. Do this. People are starting to get stressed. Is this the popped eardrums? It is the popped eardrums. Okay. Interesting. Let's get that all swept out of here as well. The gas pressure should go pretty quickly in here, and then we can turn that on again. But thankfully, we're not actually relying on this for anything. So that's not the end of the world. Right, let's keep building all the rockets. You can be set to... Can we just set you to Iridium? I don't think we can. Let's get these hooked up to the carbon dioxide. We have plenty of carbon dioxide. That's not an issue. And then the water pipes are going there. Now this is the point where I would probably prefer to actually have a blueprint. Because I think we're going to make all of these the same. This will give us a load of data banks. Am I going to do the exact same pipe arrangement for all of them? Let's see. I believe that was the correct one. And then furniture, let's put in a ladder bed. Ooh, we're going to start making stuff out of iridium. It's not good. What's the refined metal situation? I mean, we have just spent a load of it on beds and on the rockets and things. Good to see more reed fiber plants growing now. That's good. Let's make more Atmo suits. Let's make another 6 for now. Oh, yeah. more refined metal needed. Right. This is full. Have we really actually just consumed all the polluted water? Or rather, we haven't consumed all the polluted water. Do we need even more pinch of pepper plants? Probably not. Dracos are multiplying in here as well, that's good. What's the hydrogen situation like? Yeah, that's okay. Wow, that's a lot of hydrogen we've ended up with randomly in here. You know what? Can I actually just add... Can I actually just add more liquid tanks down here? Do I care about this hydrogen? I don't think I do. Let's just do this, and then let's just dig all of this, and then just let's put a load of tanks in here. We will use it all eventually. So what's this gonna look like then? So I think what I'll do then is bring that down here, cut this off. And then that could go there. Well, it's not super neat, but it will do. Let's go ahead and do that. I don't think that's going to break anything. I think we are going to have to get the sleep machine. I don't think there's any good reason not to when we're having this many dupes. The cost is actually going to be pretty minimal. Who are we going to actually pick for this? We do have to activate the machine. Also, slight complication. There are bees in here. I think... Let's put in some more masks. And these can just be masks. Let's do that. Let's put, say, 4 masks in here. And then let's put in a gas pipe to go there. What is this? Oh, right. These kind of broke because of the contamination. Fair enough. Well, I don't really care that much. We're not going to break it again, I don't think. Seems fine. Let's stick that there. Let's make 4 more masks. We're overloading a lot of circuits, apparently. It's this thing. I'm going to ignore it. Oh, right, we were going to sort this out, weren't we? Were we going to add another conductive tile? No, I think I concluded we've actually got this working properly, so I'm just going to fill this back in. How is the... Yeah, Pacu's fillet is still flowing. Some of these guys are tame, some of them are still wild. I think the issue is they're kind of hanging out by the feeder. The same fish are hanging out by the feeder and constantly eating. But this one's at 7% wildness, so I think they are mixing it up enough that we're going to end up with all of them tame. That's what I'm hoping for. What can we start doing? Well, we've queued up the reed fiber. I can make a couple of beds. Let's actually make just a couple of carpet tiles, just for the most stressed dupes. And we'll put them... Oh, which one is it again? This one. Put a couple of carpet tiles here for now. We'll get that sorted. Yeah, we're definitely going to have some stress because of the pop eardrums. I think that's actually going to get resolved surprisingly quickly, considering how many dupes we have. And how much area there is for the gas to spread out. Which is a relief. I think we definitely need to add something else in here. Who's idle? Ashcan is idle because he can't get out. Okay, that makes sense. Someone's going to have to dig this. Before you can get out. Okay, that's good. Yeah, get out of there. You're making a load of microchips. Good to see this full of polluted water again. I will actually get you to dig this out. There's no reason not to, right? Also, this oxygen diffuser is now full. That's probably fine. Actually, it probably isn't fine. This probably needs to go over here or something. But there's actually too much carbon dioxide in here now. How's this looking? Down to milligrams? That's okay. How are the Pacu looking? They're looking good. Let's keep eating them. I guess this activates again in 34 cycles. A shame. Are you overheating? No, you are made out of steel. You should be fine. Oh look, you can see the actual liquid that goes into the shutoff. Has that always been the case, or has that been patched recently? I like it. They're still too hot though. Did I build the radiant pipe in here? I didn't. I think we concluded that we didn't break it with... We didn't break it with the metal. Let's go ahead and add this. I think we need some help cooling all this down. Oh, the shutoff is overheating. Okay, well, we can make that out of... Let's go see if we can make that in iron. Oh, it's new. Okay, yeah, I thought it was new. Disable auto repair. I guess this will get fixed as we make all of these, because we need more refined metal. And we'll get more refined metal by going up into space as well, so we should actually do that, but we do still need to, obviously, actually get these built. So... what's that going to look like? Am I really going to make it out of depleted uranium? Yes. I don't think it's going to cause an issue in here. We'll want an oxygen diffuser for sure. Our outlet fitting is fine. That can go there, and then the chute can go here. I can load out here. Did I actually put the loader in the other one? Oops. Yes. Max, Max, you just need to actually go up. Go up. Okay, you're fine. You still need to build that wire there, that's okay. Yeah, go ahead and do that. Yeah, I guess you're having to deliver a lot of rock down here for all these insulated pipes. Is that really worth it? This area is quite hot now anyways, isn't it? Meh. Right, obviously I've ended up making a coolant pipe with phyto oil. If we look at phyto oil, the heat capacity is 0.9 and the thermal conductivity is 2. So we definitely shouldn't be running phyto oil through a thermo aquatuner. Probably not with the resin either. So we should just make a polluted water coolant loop. Oh, you need to actually build that pipe. Okay. And then I guess get some of this liquid out of here. I think we're just still pumping in some of these random liquids. Right, you should actually be running now. No. We're building the liquid reservoirs. Okay, that's fine. Dupes are fine. Obviously not ideal, but it is technically workable. Max gas pressure. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'd get you to dig this up, right? Add some extra room for gases. Is there a reason that we need this to be isolated? Can I just send this over here? I guess if I do that, then you can get through. Which is not really what we want. If we do this, then we can open up the gas. Allow the gas pressure to equalize. Seems fine. Right. Liquid is now all moving into here, so we should be running this again now. That's good. So we should end up with some iron. We can replace the shutoff. This is about to break, which means... I guess we're probably not going to have any iron in here anytime soon. So I'm just going to tell you to rebuild it out of cobalt. And then we'll flip it over to iron when we're done with these suits. And I think what I will do is I'll put another one here. They're avoiding suffocating by actually putting the masks on. Yes, good idea. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here. Let's come down here. Let's grab the metal. Let's grab this. And then let's just go this way. Not the most organized plan in the world. That should let us get down here, and then we can come wander over this way. And then all these bees are going to get angry, but there's also a load of carbon dioxide here, so maybe that'll be alright. Just hanging out. Let's deliver the masks. Yeah, at least we have plenty of reed fiber now. Stress levels are decreasing now that the popped eardrums are gone. I think what I will do is I will make one room with carpet tiles, and then we'll rotate dupes in here if we need to. The other thing is, I think if we're going to have dedicated sleepers, they're going to go here. Because they'll be right next to the bathrooms. Or maybe we just have them here. Because they'll be right next to the bathrooms, and they'll be right next to the Great Halls. The main issue is that the food is kind of... Okay, don't bother with that yet. The main issue is the food is kind of all over the place, but the reality is we actually just have a load of piles of tender brisket down here. So that should be fine. Also, you know what we should do? We have plastic. Let's actually put a plastic ladder here. This seems like a good idea, doesn't it? We have the technology. And now that the resin... The amber we've been making for ages is actually getting turned into plastic and resin. We can actually do that. Good. Demolition can go there. Plumbing. Supplying. You can have rocketry because it's free. Tidying. Supplying. Tidying. Building. And Uglavisk can have digging. Okay. Let's go through the resource list a little bit more. So rust we care about, plastic we care about, pinch of pepper nuts I don't overly care about. We have enough of them. That's not going to be the issue ever. Nickel and cobalt specifically I don't particularly care about because it's not going to be our renewable metal production. That's just kind of there. Same with the cobalt ore. We're not renewably making that. Fertilizer is still going up. That's good. We're obviously relying on metal ore. Lum eggs we don't care about. Right, let's go back and add some more things to this list. So... Refined carbon we probably don't care about because if we run out we'll just make more. Actually, you know what? We will put it on there. Let's see. Don't overly care about eggs. Don't care about clay. Don't really care about space food because we're not making it sustainably. Don't really care about regolith. We have a lot of seacomb leaf. We do have a lot of seacomb leaf. It's true. Brine ice. Do I care about that? Maybe. You can still make temperature plates out of it. Glass we care about. Let's go print something. A snazzy suit. There we go. Do we want a snazzy suit or do we want a shriveled taste buds kitchen menace? Oh, what a combo. We've got to take the shriveled taste buds kitchen menace. This is huge. Easiest morale of my life. Right, you can have researching, I guess. We don't have that many researchers. Not sure how many we're going to need, but, like, you know, can't hurt. Can't hurt. There you go. Schedule-wise, you can go here. And then... yeah. 42 dupes. Easy. Food is decreasing. Let's keep an eye on that. I do like that we fit the machines up here. But this is still covered in neutronium. That's not going to do. Did we actually make the artifact analysis station? Did we research that? Yes. Okay, let's do that then. Oh, we never plugged the lamp in? That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? We're getting some stuff done. It's a little bit disorganized, but that's fine. What is overheating? Right, yes. We need to make you out of iron. We just don't have any iron, do we? Right, deliver a suit. That there. This here. How are you looking? Okay, we have a few tame ones. They're still not all tame. The sign of success will be when we actually have some Jawbo eggs. So you are set to Jawbo eggs. Are you set to Jawbo eggs? Yes. We have two. We have a Jawbo egg in here. Right, something's gone wrong then. You send a green silhouette below. Oh, right, okay. Send green silhouette below 60. Then the Jawbo egg needs to go here. Yes, I never set the weight plate properly. That's a bad idea. And then I'm going to replace this with a regular tile. Funny looking guy. Right, can we... Who is actually going to be available to do this task? This is just not a good idea now, is it? Can we just do this, please? In fact, I'm gonna just get you to do this as well, because we already have too much stuff loading this wire. What else have we got in here? Sweepy's dock. Okay. You're down to micrograms. It will take you a while to pump. Okay, we've got more in here. But we're using all the... Oh, right. We're using all the polluted water to fill up these tanks and run the metal refinery now. No? No, it's actually the case that we're getting this back to the point where it's filling everything... It's filling up the water sieve. That's what this pipe is connected to, not the metal refinery. No, this is hooked up to the metal refinery. I guess we're just getting spits and spurts. I mean, that's fine, right? We don't need that much reed fiber production. I guess once they're not making metal all the time, it'll be a bit easier. They're not the right temperature now, though, because there's not enough water getting to them. We're relying on these geysers for a lot of things now. Right, we've got some iron. Let's very quickly replace this. Oh. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Auto rebuild, get all that. I'm not going to worry about this for now. It should solve itself. I'm really glad we found the actual sweet spot for these guys. There's no 4 lums wandering around now. We've actually fully solved these guys. Getting some crunchy audio, but that's fine. Yes, 2 suits in here might be helpful. Now we're actually feeding some of these, but don't we have the polluted dirt coming in? Or is there not enough of it? So crowded and cramped. Why is that? Oh, the egg was literally on the rail. That's fine. That's allowed. Right, are you gonna analyze this then? We need someone who has the skill. So Devon. Devon's not allowed by schedule? Well, I'll set it to priority 9 then. Okay. My favorite animation. We figured out how to actually remove neutronium. It is with a hammer and chisel and a brush. Or it's with 2 brushes and a chisel, I guess. Why don't we just do this to every tile of neutronium in the game? Who knows? Are we actually just power scaling the artifact analysis station now? Is that what we're doing? Truly a god amongst men. But anyway. Now it flips itself, see? Very useless. Right, where I'm opening that again? Here. What does it do? Let's read the lore entry. All the parts of this contraption are recycled from projects abandoned by the robotics department. This design is very close to one published in an amateur DIY magazine that once sat in the lobby of the employees' only area of Gravitas facilities. Cool. So, obviously, eventually the aim is to get everyone in Primo Garb. The issue is we have a lot of duplicates. That's going to take a lot of reed fiber. And frankly, that's going to take a lot of polluted water at this point. And I'm a little bit concerned because we're actually just running the metal refinery constantly at the moment. Making all of this iron for all these suits. We have made all the suits, that's good. I'm going to put another 4 in here. No, I'm going to put another 2 in here. So we have 4 total. I think that's a reasonable number of suits for this file. You're making it out of depleted uranium, apparently. Genius. And we can't fit any more in here. That's potentially a big issue, because I was planning on putting a lot of Pacu in here. I mean, I was planning on putting a lot of Seacomb in here. And they're not really getting tended to at the moment, as is. I would like to put a plastic ladder over here as well. This will really help out all of the less athletic duplicates. That'll do for now, but we'll want to keep building that up. We are still making all of the stuff. I guess we still have a fairly decent backlog of amber, right? Or resin, maybe? Is it all in this one? No, maybe not. I don't think we need to put in another polymer press then, but steel's working a lot better for this. Right, you are done. We've actually timed this just right. Look, see? It's about to happen. There you go. So that means I can rebuild this tile. And then I can flip this back on. Better not exhale any gas in here. Just scolding. Ugh. And then once we've done with this, we can go back to making the rockets. I don't think you're supposed to be going in here and putting all the rust in these machines. Yeah, no, this is a big waste of time. You actually just do this. Is there any specific reason you're not doing this? Max is on the way, okay. I think they have actually run out of things to do. I think I'm going to make this not manual use anymore. Oh, Dr. Dangerous, another challenge run. You're 200 cycles in, how am I this organized? Practice, I guess? Oh, I just set the wrong filter, didn't I? Yeah, here you go. Yeah. Well, I wanted to have another go at Prehistoric Planet Pack because the November update and because of a few things. Blums are really, really, really powerful. We have over 100 tons of algae. We have 42 duplicates. We're not running out of oxygen or food anytime soon. The food count is going down a little bit, but we're also getting our Jawbos and Pacu online fairly soon. Some of them are tame. Although, now the tame ones are actually getting... I think we're beginning to reach the constraint on this. We need more Pacu. We've been murdering Pacu in here to try and actually get these guys fed. The issue now, of course... Oh, you've actually deposited all the fish. I'm going to set this to... I think I'm just going to set this to let the Pacu fillets out now. When they're ready. I think we have enough Jawbos in here. This is not going to cause an issue. But yeah, I've done Prehistoric Planet Pack a few times before. And just making sure that we have enough water to feed the vines, the agro vines. We came up with this ranch design a while ago. I'm very happy with it. I think the only thing I would tweak is putting the dropper on the outside rather than in the inside, because that way the dupes don't have to go through the liquids to get to the grooming station. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with this now. I think I will do an update video when they update the mod. But yeah, we also have a few regular lums still in here. And they're making peat, so we're using that to power everything. And the best part is we can actually have the mimickers in the dropper chute because we have the liquid layer here preventing the mimickers from escaping. And with a buffer gate on the actual critter sensor for the dropper, because of the rate at which lums breed and how the mimickers move through these tiles, if we set the buffer to 30 seconds, then we don't accidentally drop too many critters in, and we don't accidentally kill too many of them either. So I'm very happy, actually. We also have a very large amount of eggs. We have like 50 Blum eggs over here. And we have like 43 over here. You've been finding lums for endgame food and other ranches are just for industry? Yeah. But basically, for a while now, we've actually just been printing duplicates so that we can get more stuff made. Right, we're going to set this... I'm turning this back on because we actually accidentally broke one of these liquid locks. This should work now. Yeah. The only issue when you have the dash of salt vines in here is they can kind of eat the chlorine a little quickly. Oh! Oh, this is the issue! This is the issue. Dash of salt vines consume chlorine even when they're not actually growing. So, we've got to get the pressure high enough to actually get them in this state. Otherwise, they're just going to delete all the chlorine and not do anything. So I actually have to uproot them. I have to uproot them for a bit and then replant them. I forgot about that. Well, let's go ahead and do that. It doesn't matter if carbon dioxide gets in here, by the way. And we'll replant that immediately afterwards. We just need to get... what is it again? 25 grams of pressure in here? That's pretty easy. Yeah, we've already done it. Okay, that's good. So, yeah, just replant all of these. Yeah, now it's working again. That's good. I will also just put this here. And then we're going to replace this with a regular vent because we don't want to give everyone pop teardrops. Yeah, the issue is I want to fill up this Pacu tank, but we don't have enough salt water. I could fill it with... Am I at the point where I'm just going to emulsify regular water? I don't think I am. Oh, you know what? Real talk? We have a load of polluted water in here that we're not using and is just about a good enough temperature. I should actually just be dumping that in this fish tank, right? That would be a good thing to do. Do I want to sieve it first so we just end up with regular water? Probably not. Maybe a little bit. You know what? I think this is actually a decent plan. Let's actually just dump the water from the sieve in here. And what we'll do, again, is we'll put a bridge here, so we'll make it so it's only excess water gets dumped in here. But it's better than nothing, and the water will rise to the top. Now... yeah, this run has way too much spaghetti. Like, way too much spaghetti. Now, this pipe here was supposed to be water for... I think this was actually supposed to be resin. So I think I'm just going to reuse this pipe. No, it wasn't supposed to be resin. It was supposed to be water. So I'm going to flip these bridges. We're going to send it the other way. And then that is just going to go... I think I'm actually just going to bridge it here, and then we're going to bring it this way. And then what we'll do is we'll fill this room up to the top, and then I'll put some ladders in here so we can get rid of these tiles. I also actually need to relocate these Rexes. They need to go here. Murdering more Pacu, that's good. Power. Why is the power off? Oh, this bridge is broken again. I really, really need to... This base is a bit disorganized. It's going well, and it's productive. It's certainly productive in a few ways, but it is pretty disorganized, so... That's what I get for not planning everything around a super long-term run. This was very well planned. The rest of it, not so much. At least you're getting some liquid for now. Got everything planted over here. We've got more reed fiber made. I will actually just get you making snazzy suits in here, I think. I think that's a decent plan. We had some emotes. What's going on?
Thanks for the sub.
Burglar720. Enjoy your fishy and froggy emotes. Thank you very much for the Prime. Amazon Prime coming in clutch as usual. My Prime usually goes to Willow Rainey, friend of the channel. I'm going to give Willow Rainey a shout out. They're currently playing Satisfactory. Yes, I keep forgetting to use it. Willow Rainey. But as usual, 100% of revenue generated by the channel is reinvested back into the channel. We're saving up for a desktop computer. I'm probably not going to buy one right away because apparently RAM prices are super high at the moment because of the AI boom. So, yeah, all the RAM manufacturers seem to be switching over to non-commercial chips, which is not very helpful to me. I guess we'll print a Drecklet. We'll relocate you in here, right? Should be fine. We have 3 guys in here now. This is helping. But yeah, if we're actually sieving the water, that should help. But you do just need to build that pipe. The issue with that is... Okay, let's cut this off here. Will that help? The actual issue is we just don't have enough water. We actually just don't have enough water. What? We're still just making loads of metal. Ugh. Buy a pre-built computer. The RAM prices haven't hit that market yet. Oh, right. Yeah, that's true. Right. I may have to investigate that because... the plan is... I need a properly cooled desktop computer. So that, because at the moment, the main thing that's actually throttling my games is not my graphics card or my RAM or anything like that, but it's actually just how hot my laptop gets. Laptops are always going to get hot. We've done everything we've ever done on this channel on a laptop. We need something that we can cool properly. Either by having it just in a proper case with ventilation, or liquid cooling. I think I really need something with liquid cooling. And then what we're going to do is we're going to shift the laptop over to running OBS. And then the desktop is going to run the game. And I think that should work pretty well. So I guess what I'll do then is after Christmas, because Christmas is getting just super full and annoying, I will look into just getting a pre-built computer with all the specs that I want. You're too full. You're going to get killed. I guess we're going to have to lower this again to 35. Let's see how that goes. I don't want this too high, just in case we accidentally stop filling these up. But that really doesn't seem to be the issue. There's just a bit of trial and error we have to do. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the AI stuff. I think there are uses for AI, or the LLMs that have become really popular everywhere. But I think it's getting so overblown by capitalism. It's all just a big circle jerk where like all the hardware companies are like supplying all the software companies and vice versa. And they're trying to actually make it so that people end up relying on it, but it's not actually that useful for most things. It's useful for some things where being correct doesn't matter, but they're trying to convince people it's more useful than it actually is. It's pretty much my opinion. And I think it would take a lot to get the current technology to the point where it is actually solving everyone's problems for everyone. And in the meantime, we're all just paying the massive amount of costs of it because It requires a lot of power, it requires a lot of water for cooling as well, you know. Everyone's water cooling these data centers. It's kind of annoying. It's the sort of thing that will be useful, but it's just having way too much money thrown at it. And it's just going to make everything else more expensive and annoying, and then eventually people are going to realize this and they're going to whinge. Yeah, he got in the chamber, he's a good boy. That's my perspective on it. Also, I'm really anti-AI for, like, coming up with, like, stream art and doing videos and things like that. I know some people who do, and that's fine, but I want to... I feel like the whole point of my channel is it's Funny Fishman doing Oxygen Not Included. People are watching it not necessarily because I'm objectively correct. I mean, that's a nice touch, but I think you guys are mostly watching because it's me doing the stuff. And, like, I'm a real person to talk to. I have an identity. And all the AI stuff kind of blurs together. And I just want to be genuine with people. Also, I have a really good artist that I've commissioned my emotes from and things. And as we continue to grow, I'll get more emotes commissioned. I might actually get some more emotes commissioned anyways, just for the thumbnails. I'm still umming and ahhing about it. I think I will. Right, we have more Jawbo eggs now. This is good. I don't think this is going to be perfect yet, but I think it's at least going to sustain itself. Now, we do have the tropical Pacu here as well. You know what I should do? I should put an auto sweeper here that's just for Pacu fillets. I mean, obviously this isn't a very efficient use of space. And then I can just put them in the fish feeder. I think I will actually just do that. Because I don't really want to... I don't want to murder the tropical Pacu. But yeah, this AI stuff also gives a bad name to actual good uses of machine learning. Again, I don't think it's useless, but it's really, really bad for when you're trying to be technically correct. Like, as an engineer, like, when we're doing calculations and designs, they have to actually be correct. I mean, if you're doing something where it's less specific, and you just need something that resembles the correct product, and that's a starting point that you can workshop into something else, and that actually saves you time, then that's good. It doesn't really save me time, because it will produce something that looks correct, but isn't actually correct, and then it's not actually solving the problem it needs to solve. And we don't tend to have a lot of filler work where it's just like, I don't know, just like copy editing that you can get an AI to do. And also, if you're getting AI to summarize and transcribe like people's meeting minutes and things, again, it might get the generalities right, but it might get specific stuff wrong. And I get that you can go back and edit that yourself. But I think for me, automation always comes down to, is it going to save me more time in the long run to automate it, or just to do it manually? And the more manual fixing you have to do with the automated version, the less convincing it is to me. And there is something worth evaluating, but the vast majority of the tasks I do, it would be quicker just to do it myself. And obviously that's not true for everyone, but that's how I feel about it in my industry. And it'll be interesting to see where the technology goes, but I wish it wasn't at the expense of everything else in the world. I'm sick of seeing AI ads everywhere. I'm sick of seeing... Like, I'm sick of loading up YouTube and seeing an ad for Google asking me to make AI pictures of frogs and like, animals to share it with people as if it's my own creativity. It's not. You're just getting a machine to output something for you. It's basically Google going, please, 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 pretend that this thing I'm doing has value. And then there's the question of, like, all the AI YouTube shorts that you see and everything. I don't mind using AIs for voices. If it's something that you weren't reasonably going to get a voice actor to do, that's fine. I'm not going to get a voice actor to come and voice Whiskers the fish. That's not exactly the role that they've been chasing. But, like, if I actually made my YouTube videos with an AI voice because it was technically quicker, I don't think that would really help anything. And also, again, when you've got lots of technical words that aren't common words that people say, AI can get it wrong a lot, and then you're back to square one. Sorry, I'm going off on a real tangent now. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, I'm not anti-AI, but I'm anti how much it's being pushed in everyone's faces. How's this going? Yeah, that's looking good. Right, so we're just dumping regular water on top of this now as well. That's the idea. Let's remove these tiles. No. Remove this. What are your guys' experience with AI? Has that affected your work and what you do? Has that affected your personal lives? Do you use it for good? Do you use it for evil? I remember seeing all those stories about people using AI as therapists because they couldn't actually get a real therapist, and I think that's awful. Because it's literally just telling you what you want to hear, or what the AI thinks you want to hear. It's not telling you what you need to know. Oh my god. And I'm saying this because actually, I'm not sure I should even be saying this really, but I have been actually going through some counselling recently for everything that's happened this year. And I can't imagine how much worse off I would be if I was delegating that to an AI instead of a real counsellor. It's kind of horrifying to think about. Right, I'm going to put the ladder here. We did successfully move all of the guys. So let's actually tile this off, and then I'll move this down here as well. I've actually had someone make an AI slop copy of a thing I made. Really? At work? Oh, man. I'm not sure whether I'd be insulted or flattered. You know what, let's go up here as well and just get that done. Oh, wow, people are really idle. I haven't been paying attention to this at all. Let's do some research. Let's research the mini valves. That seems like a good one to do. Right now, AI is basically a faster interface protocol. Companies are marketing it as real artificial intelligence, which is far from it right now. Yes, exactly. It's a quicker way of doing something we kind of really could have done before. But everyone's pretending it's the second coming of Jesus. And some people are literally pretending it's the second coming of Jesus. Like they're making an AI chatbot of Jesus. I don't know. It's nice when you train a model on a bunch of microscopy samples and use it to count and paint out different blobs. Yes, I mean, that's true. That's like an actual work context where it makes sense. Like people using it medically to training AI is specific for very specific tasks that humans aren't going to get specifically done. Someone made an AI copy of the Professor Oakshell rocket calculator. Really? What did that do? Oh my god. I should remove this one too, and then... Oh no, we don't want to ladder all of this. We don't want to let all this chlorine out. Computers have needed a much faster interface means it's the main limiting factor in the technology and how fast we... in the technology is how fast we interface with it. Yeah. As long as we don't all end up with brain chips, I'll be alright. Was that the one that was recently posted about on Reddit? Could you put a link to that in the Discord? I'd be very interested to look at that. Don't post the link here though, because Nightbot will get. Right, obviously you're not going to remove that right now. We can remove this stuff. Remove this. This will definitely end up being enough liquid for all the fish. How many fish we got? 6? Okay. We've got lots of eggs here, so they should replenish again soon. Well, the copy had some inaccuracies and a bunch of slop text explaining it. Oh, do you reckon people are going to use AI to vandalize the old ONI wiki? I know a lot of people have been having fun vandalizing that. In case you guys aren't aware, do not use the fandom wiki for Oxygen Not Included. It is deprecated, it is no longer accurate, there's a load of incorrect, fictitious articles. You don't need AI to vandalize? How lazy of a vandal would that be? Yeah, but I was thinking maybe they'd use it to mass vandalize everything. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of that post I saw someone... someone made a post on, like, the Sora subreddit or something. It was like, wow, I really love making... No, it wasn't Sora, it was something else. It was like, I really love making music with AI, but I'm getting really tired of having to come up with all these prompts. Can the AI have a button that generates a prompt so that we can generate the music? And it's like, so you just want a button that just generates a random song from nothing, right? That you have zero input in. Is that what you're asking for? Yes. Perfect. And then you'll be like, I made this. I had zero input on it and I made it. And that's what you want the world to be. We are limited to our fingertips right now in technology interfacing. AI's best use case right now is a voice interface for computers. Yeah, that's something I think would make a lot of sense. Something that can actually read your voice, and then you can dictate more efficiently to your computer. That definitely sounds like a good case. This is the thing. There are loads of really specific cases for it that are very powerful and very useful. But we do not all need a Copilot button shoved on our laptop that will allow us to summarize Word articles incorrectly. Okay, so we've sealed this in. This did not need to be insulated tile. Is that actually going to be an issue? I feel like that's actually going to be an issue. Because we want this to be granite to resist pressure damage. No, we don't care about that. If we're taking pressure damage on this, then we've got bigger problems. So let's just leave it. Right, people aren't idle anymore. That's good. I should really watermark the screenshots of my guides. I'm sure someone's ripped them off by now. Like, this is the thing. So, obviously, I have hundreds and hundreds of hours of me talking at the camera on YouTube, on Twitch. Well, Twitch has deleted the bots, but everything's on YouTube. I am sure someone could generate, use an AI to generate a convincing model of me. But I think what it would say wouldn't make much sense. It might look like me, and it might sound like me, but it wouldn't be correct. And that's the key difference. Also, my webcam is really small. Look at this. I don't have many pixels. So if someone tries to generate a very large image of me, it's probably not going to be as good as it would be from if they were copying someone else. Because I don't tend to go full camera. I don't tend to go full camera on the screen a lot. And I'm not doing that to proof myself from AI or anything like that, but it's just an observation I've had. It's one of those things where I guess if I grew like a lot and people were really familiar with me, then maybe it's something I'd start worrying about. But equally, I don't know. I feel like life's too short to worry about things like that. But then I guess if it actually happened, I would be annoyed. Oh, we can't get in here, can we? Oh, whatever. I'm glad we built everything in here now, and these plants are actually getting looked after. That's good. Oh, you know what we should do? Let's start assigning snazzy suits. Are you actually making snazzy suits now? Probably not, because we're probably not getting a huge amount of polluted water through. Okay, we've got a little bit of polluted water in here. That's good. We haven't quite filled all those tanks yet. Let's go back to the rockets. Oh, wait, no. Hold on. Let's go back to the list. We were making a list. Let's remove uranium ore. No, let's not remove uranium ore. We do actually need that. Amber, we don't care about. Plywood, we probably technically do care about. Polluted dirt, we probably do care about. Iron, iridium, we definitely care about. I'm going to put nickel and cobalt there as well. Just in case. If people stopped using it for answers and started using it as a tool, it'd be a much more powerful tech than it seems at the moment. Yes, but the issue is capitalism makes it easier to sell to people as an answer, as a problem-solving tool, than as as a general problem-solving tool than as a specific problem-solving tool. So you end up with a load of more general LLMs that aren't actually really helpful for anything apart from getting people to switch their brain off instead of actually thinking about things. I think that's the main thing that annoys me about the popular AI at the moment, is it just incentivizes people to just stop actually thinking about the world and engaging in it. And it also kind of... I'm sure you've had the case, right? Where you've seen an image online and you thought, oh, that can't be real. That has to be AI at this point. Because the AIs have gotten good enough to make a lot of plausible images. So long as it's not a case like an elephant made out of watermelons or something where it's obviously fake. But you'll look at something and you'll second guess yourself into thinking it's AI when actually someone's worked really hard on it. And I know a lot of artists who make art that is in a somewhat similar style to whatever the flavor of the day AI is. Like back when everyone was having like the Ghibli stuff, and people who made that sort of style of art before were getting accused of using AI. It's like, okay, so now all art in this genre is suspect. So what? Does this mean that art just naturally evolves into something where it's so bespoke that it's not replicable? Do we just end up with a massive wave of I don't know, like abstractism or crudely drawn stickmen or something like that? I don't know. I feel like real art isn't going to win that race, and eventually AI is going to be able to produce somewhat convincing examples of everything, and then all art is just like you're suspecting whether it's AI or not. That concerns me a lot. You like when Doug uses AI, it's pretty entertaining. Who's Doug? Problem is they need it to be profitable, so they shove it into everything. Yeah, which is why we have this current like mad like economic boom that a lot of people are saying is a bubble, and I'm kind of convinced is probably going to be a bubble. It's all completely dependent on people thinking that they need to use AI to solve problems and navigate the world in 2025. And the answer is you don't unless people are forcing it on you. And the companies are trying to force it on people. You hate that you have to scrutinize everything to check for AI. Yes, exactly. A lot of people who actually type in proper grammar and English and occasionally use M dashes have been accused of like using AI for their Reddit posts and things when they just type like that. People who just speak in a similar style to how AIs talk are getting accused of not recording their own content. Like, it's really the sort of thing where it should have been mandatory by law that it should be watermarked. I think. If you're using AI for anything creative, I think it should legally be required to be watermarked in some way. Perhaps not like a literal sticker on the image that you can see, but some kind of hidden meta file where, like, if you ran the image through a computer, it would know immediately that it was AI generated. But of course, that wasn't really possible to enforce because it was all just being rapidly developed, and it was sort of the Wild West. And this is the thing: technology usually evolves faster than law and politics and society. And this is a case where it's going to have, I think, some really damaging effects. He makes those AI takes on D&D, but a twist type videos. I'll have to have a look at that. I like Dungeons & Dragons. My main job is turned mostly into fixing what AI screws up because no one wants to write down content. Yeah, I can't imagine what it must be like to be an academic at the moment. Like, so obviously I did my PhD, as you see here, next to the fish portrait. And I did that between 2016 and 2019. So before AI was a thing. And I reviewed journal articles, I published my own articles. It was challenging, and it wasn't really worth it for the money in the end, which is why I went into industry instead. Which is a bit sad, because I think I would have preferred to actually just stay as an academic, but, you know, you gotta make money, and I thought the risk was too high. And I've always been tempted to go back to academia and see what it's like after having spent some time in industry. But the more I look, the more it just seems to be facing all these huge issues. Like universities in the UK are having a bit of a funding crisis at the moment. Obviously, tuition fees, they want tuition fees to go up because they haven't been going up in pace with inflation, but it's already super expensive for people to get degrees, and people are finding that degrees aren't actually helping them get jobs because a lot of these entry-level jobs are actually being taken by AIs at this point. There's, like, unless you already have experience, because of what AI is currently doing, you're of limited value in a lot of workplaces. I mean, I don't think it's really an issue at the moment with, like, what I'm doing, but I think that's kind of like a rare exception. Wait, am I just shoving omelets in this conveyor back and forth? I think I am. This should just be Pacu fillets going in here. Oh, wait. This shouldn't have any edibles in here. Wait. Oh, this shouldn't be here, should it? I think I just need to remove this. Also, what's going on with this? Okay, this isn't actually connected to anything. Yeah, remove this loader. It's sad I probably won't ever play Stellaris again because they started using AI in it. Really? They're using AI in Stellaris? I mean, what, for like art creation? Are they using it to generate like anomaly events or art assets? Or what? Oh man. Can you whisper me? Or can you post on Discord and other games a link to the source for that information, Quantum Sari? Because I'm really sad if that's the case. Get AI slop out of games. I mean, okay, so here's the thing, right? AI should be a tool. AI in the context of game development should be a tool to do all the boring work that game developers don't want to do. Like, say you've got like a massive world map and you're procedurally generating textures onto it. No one who's playing the game is going to care what those textures look like. You're not going to get an artist to spend hundreds of hours in their life on those textures. That's something that you could probably delegate to an AI, and it wouldn't really be at the expense of anyone else. And it would save time that could be worked on more things. So that's like a good use of AI. But if you're using it to like actually design the art assets, like, and have the actual creative input on it, then what's the bloody point? It's right on their Steam page. Oh man. Well, I'm not gonna go look now because I'm getting very sidetracked as it is. But yeah, your mother is a professional writer and content creator. She has learned to incorporate AI because if she doesn't, she won't be able to compete in the current market. She's basically become an AI editor. She uses AI to generate the first drafts and then edits and corrects what it becomes. Yeah, see, I've had a look at the YouTube AI generation videos thing, where it's giving you ideas for scripts, it's giving you thumbnails, things like that. But because Oxygen Not Included is a very technical game, it's all rubbish. It's like, oh, here's how you develop a colony without using any resources, or top 5 ways to use fish to complete digging tasks, or something stupid like that. And the thumbnails it generates are very funny, but the actual content of the video would be completely wrong and stupid. So, but I can see less technical aspects where it could get it right, where that would be a big issue. We've got 4 Jawbo eggs in here now. I'm basically just trying to monitor these Jawbos at the moment. But I think the issue is they're just not getting enough Pacu fillets. Yeah, I think we actually just need more fish in here. This is a big issue now. We're not filling this with liquids fast enough. So, we're not filling this with water because we're having to sieve the water. And we're not sieving the water that's coming out of the metal refinery, which is actually most of the metal. This is actually most of the water we're currently using. Because we have good operators on this, and we have a very large supply of iron ore and a very large supply of iron. So I think what that means is I'm going to have to turn off iron production for now to get the rest of the stuff done. And that's probably fine, because we're making the rockets. Okay. Let's actually get back to making the rockets. So what else were we doing here? What's going on? Battery. Yes, okay. It's going to go in here. Yeah, I've never really been huge into coding. I've seen people get really good results using AI to code and then trimming it themselves. And I feel like that's... I feel conflicted about that, because as someone that... I've coded some stuff before. I made scripts in Python for data analysis for my PhD. And that's something where AI probably would have been very helpful. It would have given me something in the right sort of shape, and then I could tweak little bits until it gets right. And that's a much better starting point than just having nothing. There's a lot of it starting off with just Googling things and finding stuff on Stack Overflow and whatnot. Was not quite ideal. Right, let's build all these rockets too. I don't think we're actually going to do much else of significance today, by the way. I think it's just been a case of getting a few bits done and just hanging out. I've just enjoyed hanging out today. This is definitely a sign that we are actually going to go back to surviving Mars. I think what I want to do, because we've done quite a few weeks without surviving Mars now. I think I am going to just go back to surviving Mars and have a proper look now that they've updated it again until I get annoyed at that, and then we'll come back to ONI. Right, let's see, what do we want? Oxygen diffusion. Basically, you use AI to code with different modules with particular functions, and you assemble and test it for functionality, you become a tester. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. I guess people... Why are people still getting scolded? This is something... I feel like, normally, I don't like the idea of a blueprint tool in ONI, because... Okay, why are you actually scolding? You're scolding out here? What? Oh, there's just random tiles of hot gas. Weird. Oh, maybe it's just because you're carrying the glass and the glass is still hot. That's probably it. What was I going to say? Forgotten. Do that, and then... Power here. Yeah, the blueprint tool. I feel like generally blueprints aren't something that I want in ONI because it's quite rare that you want to copy and paste the exact same design in multiple places because of different circumstances on the asteroids, your duplicates, etc. But I think rockets, specifically, are something that would benefit from a blueprint tool. Because most of the time, the rocket is going to have the exact same circumstances. And I think there should actually be an option to just copy a rocket interior when you're making a new rocket. I think that should be something that you're allowed to do. Because you might just want a fleet of identical rockets for a specific task. So maybe just make it part of the rocket interface. I'm going to print some nutrient bars because it's more space food. Let's do that. I should probably actually try and make some real space food at some point. So we've got a lot of lag now. Well, not a lot of lag, but like a little lag. Or skills. Did I just not give you any? No, you've got plumbing. Okay. Well, I'm glad we've had a proper discussion about things today. Okay. Yeah, I guess remove this wire. So any fish in here that die can now get turned into Pacu. Yeah, no, it's nice having something proper to talk about. Oh, I know what we need to do. Ice temperature plates. We can definitely make a couple of these. There's probably a load of ice in the radioactive biomes we can grab. I mean, maybe not a load of ice. Like, at least some ice. Right, you could dig that as well. You could just dig this as well. Let's have a look at the loot. Stealth ammo boots. Okay. Let's just speed up a little bit. Oh, the pressure is too high in here now. That's a big problem. Yeah. Okay. That is one issue with this setup, is 5 dash assault mines is exactly enough for 1 Rust Deoxidizer. So I'm going to have to turn this off to drain some of the chlorine. And to do that, I'm going to have to actually remove a tile. That's fine. You've also been playing only while doing this. Cycle 1000 classic size will DLC and update. Nice. Yeah, let's turn this off. Let's actually just deconstruct this. The issue is it actually all needs to cool down. The good news is the radiant pipes seem to be having the correct effect. There's so much oxygen here, we can run this for ages, so I'm not really going to worry too much about it. We'll just leave it until it turns on again. Right, so now we turn the metal refinery off. We have a lot more polluted water going back in here for making a lot more reed fiber. And we are dumping a lot more water in here. And it's not perfect, and you definitely should be disinfecting this then. But it's getting there. Those plants, I tell you, the pressure's too high, the pressure's too low, I'm too cold, I'm too hot. Yeah. I mean, it's because I've kind of just bodged together the cooling loop as well, but yes, the pressure management is not perfect. If it's... I have suggested on the video, the YouTube video behind this, that you could put in a gas pump and just pump the chlorine into a receptacle if you really want. I won't get offended. I think this will cool down though. I mean, what's the average temperature of the phyto oil? Yeah, it's a little bit below 50. Man, this asteroid's getting hot though. It's a good thing all of our food doesn't mind it being hot. Yeah, this cooling is really going to be a big issue. I'm going to have to dump liquids in here faster than this. I think what this means is I'm going to have to put some more mesh tiles up here. Okay, hold on. Just put some mesh tiles up here with some bottle emptiers, and then we'll grab some more of this random water. We can totally make brine ice temperature plates in here as well. This is not a good use of... We don't have a lot of brine ice. Actually, we do have a little bit of brine ice. I am just going to mix all of these liquids together now at this point. Like, I don't care. We've got brine in here anyways. This is all going to sink to the bottom. We're going to have the regular water at the top. It's going to be a right mess. There is just loads of random polluted water in there as well. You're still coming in here to dig this. There is actually a metal cave here. I should probably grab the metal. Or at least some of it. There is also more rust. Not that we need more rust. And I think next time we come here, we should do this sleep machine, because that's going to make the new dupes a lot more useful. Still a Jawbo in here as well, just a wild one. I think the thumbnail today is just going to be the Jawbos hanging out. They're very large and they're staring at the tropical Pacu. Steve is here yodeling. I mean, I could just murder these. Let's just murder these. You guys need food. Actually lay eggs. I think it's probably the right call to save at least one wild Jawbo. He's dead, Jim. Steve is doing it with a smile on his face. Yeah, that could be the thumbnail. They're watching the smaller fish get bullied. Okay. Let's put salt water, water, brine. They can all go in here. Enable auto bottle priority 9. What could go wrong? Oh, the phyto oil is running past this water. Now, the thing is, this water is cold. So I should probably actually... I should probably actually put some radiant pipes in here, right? That's going to help cool everything down. A little. I don't know. I think we're getting to sketchy territory now. We've got to be really honest. Also, did we accidentally release a load of chlorine? There's a load of chlorine hanging around here again. Oh my god. Wait. Wait! Hydrogen! The hydrogen is leaking everywhere! Oh no. Okay, you know what? Right. I'm gonna leave it here. We're doing fine. We're doing fine. We've got rockets ready to go for space travel. But, like, I actually need to organize this asteroid and get motivated to properly organize it. And we're probably just going to want to do some surviving Mars first. So let's actually wrap it up. I still need to desperately do some work on this fish tank. So that's what I need to do this weekend when I get any spare time. But thanks for hanging out and listening to me ramble about AI today, apparently. If you like what you've seen and you're not currently following me on Twitch, feel free to do so. And you'll get notifications when I go live. We usually stream 7:30 to 10:30 British time. Wait. Why do I have a thing saying 500 internal server error? That's showing up on your bit. What is this? Hello? Excuse me? I'm gonna have to figure out what this is now. That's just an image of whiskers. I don't think that's what the thing is. Sorry. I'm gonna have to figure this out. Emote wall. I have emote wall turned on. Oh, right. That was an old plugin I had that I don't really use anymore. I don't think I meant to turn that on. Has that been active everywhere the entire time? No. Okay. I think that may have literally just broken. Oh yeah, that's the one that shows the emojis when they flash up on the screen. Sorry, I'm getting completely mixed up now, but yes. All the VODs go on YouTube, including today's somewhat confused VOD. There is a Discord as well where we share posts about various games and various things going on in the world. Zerol has found a seed that is a chill seed that's mostly non-DLC focused. Yes, that's something I should do. I should set up a specific Discord for seed sharing. Yeah, let's go raid someone. I think we're gonna just park ONI for now. I need to focus my ONI energy on YouTube videos, because I've got tier lists to do. And frankly, I think I might even actually just make some of the Sandbox Showcase videos anyways. And I usually find that I'm better at making videos when I'm not always streaming ONI. So let's go raid Too Legit City. What is Too Legit City doing? Relica Lab taming all the geysers. Ah, they're a Relica. Fair enough. Well, have fun, everyone. Have a nice weekend, and I'll be back soon enough, and we'll do a load of surviving bars. How's that? Take care, everyone. Bye for now.